Hey guys, Team Gutowski back here on the exhibit floor here at SHOT Show. One of the several exhibit floors, because there's many of them and they're all huge. But we're here with Lara Smith from the Liberal Gun Club, a group that I just profiled recently. Was at their annual meeting in Florida, and we just wanted to get a little bit from you about what's new for the club, what you guys are planning in 2019, how you're going to expand your advocacy, what you're looking to do. So what's going on?
So the first thing we have going on is our group in Oregon is going to meet this week with a Democratic lawmaker who is gun friendly, to try to talk about how do we expand that in the Democratic Party. We've got that happening this week. We're going to have more of that throughout the states with our individual organizations. Our individual state organizations will be doing that. I'm going to DC with the DC Project again in July to go talk to our national lawmakers. Liberal Gun Club will, of course, we'll still be publishing, we'll still be doing our blog, we'll still be doing our outreach. We're looking to grow the club as we've been growing. We are the Liberal Gun Club, not the Democratic Gun Club, for a reason. We welcome everybody, as long as they're respectful, but mostly our membership is left of center. Sure. And that is everything left of center.
What's your membership at now?
Our membership's at about 3,500 paid members. We're still about 15,000 on social media.
Okay.
So we have, and there's different levels that you can be in. You can be a paid member. You can pay $5 a year. You can pay more. Right. The nice thing is this year we had a fundraiser. We raised enough money to bring an assistant with me to SHOT. That's one of the things we got to do. The club's paying for that. So that's a big growth for us.
And you're expanding your political operations, essentially. Your political advocacy is expanding this year.
That's our big focus this year, is to pull in as much political advocacy as we can. One of the nice things about the club membership growing, though, is we are having more events this year. So we're going to have 2 events in California that I know of. We're having the California's chapter meeting is in April, and it's at SLOSA, so San Luis Obispo Sportsmen's Association. That will be in April, and then we're going to have our annual meeting in October at the same space. One of the reasons I'm at SHOT is to talk to the people I know and try to line up some instructors and some people to come out and come to that annual and help us out. We'll have classes and events.
Tell me a little bit about what your advocacy looks like as a group of liberal gun owners, and perhaps how you approach it differently and maybe have a little more influence among some Democrats.
Sure.
And what bills are you specifically targeting right now?
So the big one we're focusing on right now is the Oregon bill. That's just draconian. It's crazy. It's literally limiting you to 20 rounds of ammunition, no matter how many firearms you own, what they're for.
Yeah, per month, right.
So where we're going to go with that is we'll go in and say, hey, look, you're making people less safe. When you do something like this is how people get hurt. People aren't going to know how to safely operate their firearms. We'll go in and instead of saying, oh my God, you're horrible and evil and trying to ban guns, we'll go in and say, have you thought about the safety impact of what you're doing? We'll go to DC, and so state advocacy tends to be a little bit of a different level than federal, but when I go to DC, a lot of the talk I'll have is, I don't want to talk about assault weapon bans, we're never going to agree. Let's talk about where do we agree? Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about why do people have problems with certain types of laws, like let's say universal background checks. What are people worried about in a registry in the world of Donald Trump?
Sure.
What is this a legitimate concern? Where are people concerned? And I can go in, and we can go into those offices sometimes more easily than somebody who's more conservative can. And we'll get invites in, and it's always respectful, but our job is to go in and talk about what laws don't work, where can we find some common ground, what do people agree on, what do people not agree on, but why don't we agree with you? Right. Not because, hey, we're dug in on this political ideology, not because it's cold dead hands, but because this law is discriminatory, or this law is unsafe, or this law is keeping disabled people or people who are poor from being able to defend themselves, that kind of issue.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you for talking with us and sharing your perspective and giving us a little bit about what you guys have coming up this year.
Yeah, thank you for talking to us.
Absolutely. And everyone stay tuned. We'll have more from the floor here at SHOT Show 2019.